All right, guys, I'm just loving this. This is a Valentine's envelope cutout that you can get at chocolatefancy.com. Just want to show you the size of it. It's about a little over 14 inches. And the height is about 11.5 inches. And it has these large hearts coming out. It says Hello Valentine, and it has this XO tag. I'm going to start by dismantling my letters because these are all... The painter's tape helps me paint without having to hold these small pieces. And it also helps me from losing anything. So I'm going to take this Valentine and I'm going to put it across the top. I'll take this XO here, the tag I'm just going to set aside, the bow, and then we have this scalloped portion of the heart. Put my heart here, the scalloped portion there. And I'm just going to put these hearts to the side. I have a small piece for the eye in Valentine. I'll put that with Valentine. And then this is what you're going to see. So we're going to glue these two together when the time comes. Be really sturdy. So this is going to be white, or our snow owl. You can grab these dabbers right at the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 3 different sizes. These work great and they are washable, so you can get several uses out of them. I'll start by my snow owl, and because this is a larger surface, I'm going to be using the larger dabber. And sometimes I like to start with the lighter colors first, because if I run out of dabbers, I can then use this with another color, especially if I'm going to do some blending, which you're going to see me do a little bit with that. I find if I do this pouncing motion, I get better coverage than if I'm to swipe. And I like to cut down on too many layers of the paint because you want to see that scoring. See all the scoring? It's kind of a burnt edge, so it's going to bleed through the chalk paint slightly. And that's okay. If you don't want to get that at all, you can prime your pieces first. But you may find that you can't see the scoring as well. And the scoring just helps guide us where to put our pieces down. And sometimes the scoring is something that we want to be able to see depending on your project. Okay. I'm going to put this piece aside to dry. I'm probably going to have to go in with a second coat of the white. We'll see what we got. Going to be this smaller scalloped edge. So I'm going to go, while I have the white out, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. So I'm going to put all these pieces aside. I created this lavender color. You'd have to fiddle around with it. I didn't do any measuring. I just added. So with Republic Red and Blue, Higgins Lake, and then I added Smoky Quartz and Snow Owl. And it created this lavender tone. So I'm going to hit this scallop with the lavender and this heart with the lavender. I don't need a large dabber. I think this color came out really good. I would just get a solo cup. I started with the red and the Higgins Lake, the Republic Red and the Higgins Lake. I mixed that first, and then I added in the gray and the Snow Owl, and just kind of added the gray and the Snow Owl until I got the lavender tone I was looking for. So I believe the red and the Republic Red and the Higgins Lake created like a purple, and then the gray and the white established the softer lavender. And again, when you're dealing with smaller pieces, I try to load and kind of unload either here or on something else, because you just don't want the paint falling all over the edges here. And again, this pouncing motion is the ticket. Many times I don't even need a second coat, and if I do, it's very minimal. I'm going to hit this bow with the white as well. I missed that. Petals are pink. I'm going to do it on the XO. And this heart here. I'll start with the heart. And guys, feel free to use whatever color or that fits your decor a little bit better, or if there's a paint that you enjoy. Wise Owl gives amazing coverage. If you're interested in our monthly subscription, you can get that with paint or no paint. The paint that is included in our subscription box is Wise Owl. It's just amazing coverage, and the colors, you will not be disappointed for sure. And I'm also going to hit the word hello in the pink as well. So I'm going to go with some Republic Red. I'm going to start with the Republic Red. And do the word Valentine. Don't forget that little dot piece. I don't want to lose that. Done. I'm going to just take a little bit of Snow Owl. You could get it on an art brush if you want. And I'm going to hit this heart with that. I just wanted a little bit of a different tone than the straight Republic Red. everything is painted. I'm going to let everything dry. It's very important. Right now is when I'm going to go and I'm going to do all my second coats. I am seeing a little bit with the white that I want a second coat on some of my white items here. And then I'm going to allow everything to dry, because when you put your glue on, you want to make sure that everything adheres nicely. And if it's not fully dry, you can get some lifting of your pieces. So the glue can only glue to a dry paint. With this, I'm just going to hit where I know you're going to see, because a lot of this is going to get covered. So I don't have to do a lot of second coats on that. Okay, so I'm going to run the glue here. Kind of want to make a plan. Sit right. So this is going to have to go in here along with this. So you kind of want to plan. So see how if I glue that down, that's not going to go in. I'm not gluing anything yet, guys. I'm just going to see how, I want to make sure. See, this is all puzzle. So if this goes in too far up, this is all not going to sit right. So I'm going to first lay all my pieces down. You always want to plan. Make sure everything's going to fit. Okay. This is how it's going to look. So, sometimes what I do, you don't want to push the tape, like you don't want to really rub the tape on. It's just holding this in place for me for this second. And you can go off the side. And this way I can really get this on knowing these are all going to stay together. Okay? Just like this. Very happy. So now I feel very comfortable taking some of my stick fast. We do not need a lot, but I would try to go across this entire section if you can. You just want to make sure your finger, it's even on both these sides before you press down. The stick fast works pretty quickly, but there is a little bit of a buckle, so I just want to make sure that I'm giving this some pressure. Okay, so now that this is all taped together, if you lift it up gently, you just have to flip it over. Okay. Like so. You should see the scoring so you kind of have an idea where to put your glue. And you want to make sure you're hitting edges. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back to my piece here. You literally have a couple minutes to get this, not even minutes, you have a couple seconds to get this in place, and very gently, because we don't want this tape to pull back up our paint. Very gently, I'm lifting this up. You want to make sure your paint is very dry before you do something like this, or the paint is just going to come up. Okay. So that's what it looks like from the back. Everything's on there good. Okay. So the next thing I would do is probably do the word hello. And again, I just like to make sure I can see my scoring, because this does kind of show you where to put the letters. You should still be able to see it. If you can't, you can always run a piece of tape across just so that you're sure that they're all even. So again, you need very little glue. I just do one letter at a time, and I just do these little dots. If you have any glue coming out, you just use Q-tips. Just give it a swipe, you get it right away. Usually picks it up pretty easily. Now the word Valentine. Guys, I try to hit the glue on some part of each letter. You want to grab the fatter part. Don't forget your little eye. I may just need a very small dot. Okay. I'm so excited about this. I think this is just beautiful. I just love this lavender. I'm so glad. Okay, so this is going to hang something like this, and the X, okay, let's first put the XO on. The XO goes kind of on an angle. See how I'm making a plan? And then the bow is going to go around. You want to make sure you put it on an angle so it goes. So let's put the XO down on my tag. You can find this stick fast in our Amazon store. You say stick fast. I will provide you a link. If you're going to do any of our items that you want to put outside, I would suggest wood glue with the stick fast. You don't mix them together. You just have, I'm going to put this down. You just, you know, put some stick fast and then some wood glue in different portions. Okay, I'll just lay this down like so. And once this is on, you get a better idea of how to place your bow. Okay, so this is it so far. So you're going to want a decent, you know, a very small dabber. I'm going to use Snow Owl for this. I kind of put my dabber down and spin. Okay, you don't want too many. You can use a Sharpie marker, fine tip, or you can use the Sharpie paintbrush tip. I got this right at the Dollar Tree. It's a metallic marker. what you think. I just love this. Again, chalkitupfancy.com. I will post a link in the comments.